Hi everyone, welcome to a very late Friday yarn waffle. It is Saturday. Main reason is I tried and failed to record this week on this and fell at several hurdles which I have had a mild rant about on the blog. Moral of the story is don't listen to your husband. Not when they try and technolise you. Okay? First thing first this week. I finished the Mild Mania a couple of days ago. It's got nice long sleeves. I have not blocked it. I am too scared. Look how long it is. It goes down past my, it's actually on my calf. So I am too scared to block it in case it grows exponentially and ends up at my feet. But the sleeves really could do with the blocking quite tight, as you can see, because I have extremely fat arms. Because that was off the needles, I was allowed to start a new project this week, and that is another Joji pattern. Okay, Molly, thank you. Another Joji pattern. It's inside out. Let me show you. I have had this pattern in my library on Ravelry for pretty much since I learnt in it, so 5 years. But I always put it in the too hard basket despite the fact that I loved everything about it. As you can see, it's knitting up beautifully. And also, as you can see, it's in double C stitch, which is why it was in the too hard basket for 5 years. But I have thrown caution to the wind, and whilst winding the wool, which you probably might have seen on Instagram or my Facebook, sitting on my couch winding my yarn, because there's a lazy way to do it even with a Swift, and that is using one like this. See, it's got this nice, this is sheep geese, I think, sheep geese, I don't know. Yeah, sheep geese. It's got a flat base instead of having to clamp it onto things, which meant you have to stand in the kitchen probably, or an appropriate table that you can clamp your thing onto. Whereas this one I can just put between my knees on the couch and lay there and wind wool, because I am next level lazy. Leave it to me to find a way to be able to sit down and do something. Let's put it that way. But while I was winding the yarn for this, I changed my mind about what I was going to make. I was going to do Alicia Plummer's Campsite Cardi, I think it's called, with it. And then halfway through I went, no, I'm going to do this. I've been waiting to do this pattern forever. Let's just do it. And I'm really pleased with how it's coming out. I am making it in a DK weight yarn, and the pattern is for worsted weight, so we'll see how that works out. It's either going to come out in the right size, perfectly made for me, or it's going to be way too small and hopefully we can block it. But the thing I found with Hohi's patterns, and it's Hohi, I've seen her blogs now, it's definitely Hohi and not Joji. Hohi's patterns is, what I find is if I make it in my size, it comes out too big. So I've chosen my size and used a slightly smaller yarn this time in the hopes that it figures itself out. We'll see how that figures out and if that works or not in a few weeks, because I am actually enjoying this. By the way, all of this is just one ball of yarn. I have not joined a new one yet. This is just one, so I'm impressed. Now, what were the other things I showed you in yesterday's attempt at this video? It was, somebody asked me what crochet hooks I use. I actually very much prefer the Clover and More hooks, because I have carpal tunnel, and these allow you to continue crocheting without pain. But the set I love the most is the Lykke set, which is, I think they're Norwegian based, you know, one of those Nordic countries. and they make their needles and their hooks out of driftwood, and they're just beautiful. And these come in 3.5mm up to 9mm in this set, and I got this set from the Leatherman's wife on Etsy, who's super cool. And it stands up like that. Look, isn't that cute? And it comes in this helpful pouch. You can keep all your crap in there. There's not very much room for sweets though, so you'd have to put it in a project bag. Lord only knows where this one is. No idea. It's around here somewhere. But yeah, they're really nice. I think my husband got these for me for Christmas. They also do needles, and it's all driftwood and it's all polished and it's really beautiful. The reason they don't go down smaller than the 3.5 is because they would literally snap. I've even seen people with the Knit Picks ones, and the Knit Picks ones will snap anyway, regardless, and they're really good about replacing them and stuff, but they're like really nice polished rosewood and they snap often, especially at the smaller sizes. The other things that I was showing you, because I don't really have any new yarn because I couldn't wait to open the knit crates, and so we did that on Thursday. I wanted to show you a couple of my shawls because it's actually been quite cold here this week and I've been wearing these, surprisingly enough. You wouldn't expect that from February in Australia, but there we are. That's what happens. We go from the sublime to the ridiculous. We're on fire one week and the next week is 25 degrees and freezing. Yes, 25 centigrade is freezing here. Trust me. Eventually you get used to it. This is both of these shawls are by Amber O'Brien. I actually have a third one, which is Lily Pilly, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of before, but I can't find it. And it's annoying because it's my favourite one. It's bright green and blue, and it's really pretty. But this one is also cool. It's got this really nice lace section, which is in my Crimson Carmine colorway. And then the stripe section, if you can see that, is the blue, has the Stellina sparkle in it. I don't stock that anymore. It was a Christmas colorway called Silent Night, I think, or Starry Night or Night. And the white grey, is Industrial Age, which is also, it knits up really nicely. Industrial Age is kind of like clouds, and it's really long. And look, it's got another bit of lace down there at the bottom. It's really nice and long for doing that business with. The other one I have, I don't wear it that often because it's pink, but it's that light pink, and I'm not big, huge. And it's an interesting cast on because it starts down here at this bottom bit and stripes up. But it still makes a triangle that way, and you finish on this top end. The colorway, one of the colorways on it I still stock, which is the white with the pinks blotches, which is Cherry Blossom. The other two are Silk Merino 50/50 fingering. And the reason I don't stock those at the moment is because the exchange rate for Australia is shockingly bad, and it's expensive. It's most unreasonably, like, if you want me to stock it, I can, but be aware it's going to be in excess of $42 a hank once I've finished with it. For me to purchase it, it's in excess of 20, and that's before I've spent money importing it, dyeing it, heating it, washing it, labeling it, the works. So just be aware that if you want that blend at the moment, it's expensive to import and it's expensive for me to dye. It's very nice though. But what can we say? It's silk. Of course it's nice. The other thing, the whole reason I ordered stuff from Booktopia the other week, you know, I showed you the birds and bees, you know, the amigurumi book, and the Japanese knit Bible, was because I ordered this because I'm a completely hopeless bandwagoner fangirl, the works. This is the Harry Potter Knitting Magic book, and it is beautiful. There are about 6 patterns immediately that I want to make in this. The first one of which I will just show you right now is Hedwig. The only problem with making Hedwig is it's all on double pointed needles, and I've never worked with double pointed needles before, so we're going to do that. I'm going to order some, and I'm going to do a video about how to use them, and you guys can watch me fail for a bit, and then hopefully we'll get get the idea, and then we can make a Hedwig. Isn't he cute? Or isn't she cute? Anyway, I really want one of those, so that's the first thing I really want to make. So in this book there is, you know, your classic Weasley jumper, your classic house scarf pattern, and the jumpers that, you know, they're house jumpers, the grey with the little bits on the collars and stuff, but don't want to make any of those. I want to make, of course, not only do I want to make this, which is actually a throw blanket from the Order of the Phoenix lace throw blanket, it's called. Again, double pointed needles because it's circular, so we have to learn that to do anything from this book pretty much. I want to make Beak's pullover. Isn't that gorgeous? Doesn't she look amazing? I love the bell sleeves, the bell bottom. The only bit I'm worried about is the neckband because it looks kind of tight, so I'm sitting on the fence with it a little bit. But that's probably the one I will definitely do because I'm an idiot for sweaters. There's 2 more actually. In fact, I think there's 3. Where did it go? Where did it go? There is a colorwork scarf, which is just amazing, which I'll show you in a minute because I've just found the shawl I want to make. Again, this is the Deathly Hallows shawl, and it's beautiful. Again, it has a thing I've never done, which is beading. So that's another one we're going to have to learn stuff to do. I have actually looked up how to do it. It looks kind of simple. We'll see. We'll see how simple I can make it. But I just wanted to show you the colorwork scarf that just jumped out at me. Come on, where have you gone? It's got the friggin' night bus on it. It's awesome looking. There's also a really cool pair of dueling mitts in here. There's absolutely no need for me to have fingerless mittens in this country though. There's just nothing is look how cool is that. Yeah, so I really want that as well, and I've not done very much colour work, especially this is like double knit, where you change the, like it's a tube. This whole thing is a tube, so if you turn it over, it's a whole another layer of knit, and you have to go around in circles as well. So I'm really interested in doing that as well. Basically, there's a lot of things that I want to make from this book. Whether I will do it, get around to it, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's not a huge one this week. I'll just show you our one single new colorway for this week, which I've forgotten the name that we chose for it already. It has rained a lot here. It's been really difficult to dry people's orders, which have gone out this morning to them. But I will just show you this, this is on the same, focus on Yana, not on my face, thank you. This is on the same base as the colourway from last week, which we ended up calling Fizzing Whizbee. It's got blues and browns. There's 2 different types of blue on there, see that? And it's almost purple. It's showing up on camera a lot more purple than it actually is. It's like a really vibrant blue. So that one's going to be on my website a bit later today, when I can remember what the heck I was going to call it. The other one I want to show you is literally one of your guys' favourite colourways, my favourite colourway. Surprisingly enough, I've never actually made anything with it, but I've seen some amazing amazing projects made with this. This is Painter's Smock, and it is one of my best-selling colorways, and it's one of my favorite colorways to make, because as you can see, it's a speckled colorway and it's got 6 different colors on it. This one has taken almost all week to dry because it's been that wet, but there's a green in there, there's a blue in there, there's yellow, there's pink, and I have to be very, very circumspect with the pink, because otherwise it goes crazy and makes the whole thing pink. Some orange and a slightly purpley colour. There are a good few projects that people have shared made of this, and they're always amazing. It always reminds me of going to art school, because I did go to art school, surprisingly, and just having one of those dirty old crappy shirts just covered in all different paint speckles, and it was just my favourite thing to do. And that's it for today. Next week I've got a couple more packages coming in. I'm not sure if I've ordered 2 mystery bags from Yarnish. I don't know if they're going to be here in time for next week's video, but I will also have a package of something from Aussie Farmers Market, Dawn, which it's been sitting in Victoria for the last 5 days, but hopefully it'll be here by next Friday. And a package from Raxor, who is also sending me some dyes, which I've been waiting for a week. I know what I ordered from them. I have no projects in mind. They just look really nice. I will show you those next week, and hopefully we will have some mystery bags to go through. That'll be fun. And hopefully I'll be able to control myself and save them for Friday for insisting on opening them. So have a good weekend, everybody.